Hello, this is Dr. Wendy Rowley, and this is Heartfield Healing episode 11. And the title of this is What You Can Do Now to Align in Your Heart. For this is Heartfield Evolution, is it not? Okay, let's see what we get with this. Oh, good day to you, dearest beings of light. It is Aliene of Cosmic Service, Pleiadian Mother of Sound. Peace be with you, peace be with you, and peace be with you. We are in a shared channel. She's in one half and we're in the other, and that can happen. And so this episode is about the ability to tune in to the heart field in a new way. For with the new connections going on at the periphery of the planet, with the new divine intelligence coming into the portal, the Lion's Gate is one stage. There's 3 stages to this connection. This one's doing one. Dr. Tado Wakaides is doing one, as we mentioned in the last episode. And the 3rd connection will be in the December solstice Great Global Healing Party. And this one did not know that. Because it takes an activator of a female and a male to bring in various parts of it. And that's how that will happen. So in the attunements that are going on, there is a way to attune faster, deeper, and more profoundly. And that's through the intention of 2 combined new things. And that's the idea of divine intelligence and the Christ together. And it's a different feeling. It's a different kind of energy. And it is being opened up now for the first time on the planet, if we may say that. Bold statement. So there is in your energetic pathways, this one is studied, and as other healers know, and as she was actually introduced even in a school, even though she knew it was there, for they spoke about it, and that was very comforting. And we've spoken about it in Heartfield Evolution. In healing, it's a white light with sparkles. And there's a divine feminine component for women that's white with gold with sparkles. And that component is getting an upgrade in the time we're in. And so there is a pathway that comes down into your heart field for the Christ energy. And we've described it as an overarching planetary evolutionary force that always has a path home for you, so that you are within the system and you are connected in a very deep way to the earth, to the cosmic, to your soul, to the creative source, the divine intelligence of a planet. You can think of it as the creative source with codes of creation. That's how we use the term. You might describe it as the will of the creator. And in your energy field, as this one knows from studying it, you actually have an aspect of that called your personal power. And that increases with more incarnations on the earth. You get more of it as you learn to operate within the system and work with others and get along with other people. And in the beginning, you kind of have to learn that. So this planet has newbies and it has old bees, meaning souls that have been here a lot longer and souls that are a little newer on the planet, which is why you see so much chaos going on, because the newbies are being driven up in a way they don't know how to handle. And so the old bees have to help guide them. And you'll learn how to do that in a more benevolent way in the future. For now, it takes what it takes. And that's all we'll say about that. And so in the energies that are going on in the planet with this divine intelligence, so your personal power is your own individual divine intelligence. You can think of it that way. And it is the force that actually brings in healing energy. So in your individual self, you have your own life force and your own personal power. At the higher self level and the collective level, you have what's called divine intelligence. It's like the personal power of the group. So if healing comes into you individually through your personal power, it brings in those codes that opens up different aspects of the spiritual anatomy and allows the gold of the soul that we've mentioned is your good deeds and the benevolence you have done in other incarnations, and even this one, and it comes in and it brings in healing forces. And so at the group level, there is the same kind of system. When you've gotten together in groups and you've created in a benevolent way and done good things for maybe other people in another part of the area were having bad crops and starving, and you brought your food and shared it with them. It could be all sorts of things. That all stores up gold in the collective of the soul group level for the higher self uh, in the consciousness field. And that is used in group ways. And it's used in the Great Global Healing Party. That's the gold that brings in the healing there because it's a group healing thing. And so the divine intelligence is the word that we use to describe the personal power of the group energy. And it's that level that's getting an upgrade. So it gets that upgrade through that Christ evolutionary force pathway. So another way to attune is to close your eyes and attune to that supreme being always first and foremost, and the Christ and the evolutionary Christ and the divine intelligence. And there's a new kind of flavor there. We had spoken in the last episode that this one had noticed that when she attuned to the Christ between the solstice and projecting forward to the August Great Global Healing Party and trying to stay uplifted, that there was a difference when she went to the divine feminine. But now we're saying, well, try the Christ, the divine intelligence, and ride that wave together and see what that's like and play with that. Because the more you attune with your spiritual nature, the more sensitivity you get, and it sends a message to your soul through your spiritual sensing, where you have 5 physical and 5 spiritual senses, including, we're talking about your nose, your speech, your hearing, your feeling nature, not the nervous system feeling nature that brings in pain and has a spiritual pain body, but the feeling nature of an intuition, a knowing. And then also what are we missing? Hearing, feeling, speech, smell. And smell has a component that's spiritual. And so you also have at the higher self to soul level, another sensing, which is very profound, that comes through what people call the pineal communication system. And that's just another way of saying another higher level of sensing. So these are techie terms. They're sort of out there with the spiritual community. But if you're not familiar with them, it's okay. Just grasp the idea of it. You don't have to know the techie words for these things. You just have to know my soul and higher self feeling nature. And that's good enough. So within that feeling nature is what you feel when you have attunement. You feel it at that group soul higher self level. That's where your feeling nature is, even when you're individually attuning. It's in that layer of the group layer. And isn't that amazing? That it's that group layer that evolves with all of you together that has an aspect that is part of your individual high sensing. And that's the way it is. For we have said in some of the other series that it's your evolution at that high soul group spirit body that you have that is the most profound, and that changes the human nature, the human form, the human heart, and the human consciousness. It's at that level. So since that is the level that is getting the upgrades and the new enhancements in the divine feminine, in the Christ healing abilities, and in the divine intelligence or group personal power, those are good places to attune to in this time frame between now and the next 6 years. So these new energies are coming in 24, 25, 26, and they come online down into your spirit bodies at the group level 27, 28, and 29. And then they're really going to start to be felt in a new kind of way. And people are going to be like, there's something going on. Even the average person is going to be like, there's something going on. And that's why they call it the Great Shift or the shift change time. Because for us, it's a period of time. It's not just 2012 and that's it. It's a large galactic window. So you have opportunities during this time. And this one's decided to devote her work and her energy force to that kind of a thing. Because she says, well, if it's a window of opportunity, let's go for it. Let's do as much as we can and bring in as much benevolence as we can for the greater good of all. And so we are. And the more you have that as an intention, as a soul group of people on the planet, the more happens because you are creating. You are the creators of your soul. Your soul creates through you. We call you creator beings, and your soul, the instrument of the creator, the divine intelligence. And that's how we see it from our perspective. And so we want you to know you are dearly loved. Expect benevolence in all you do, and we bid you adieu.